You're standing in a crowded room. People are laughing, talking, and enjoying themselves. But you feel a deep sense of being completely alone. You try to connect with others, but there's an invisible barrier that you just can't seem to break through. Have you ever felt this way? Like even in a room full of people, you feel isolated and disconnected, like an island far away from everyone else. You might wonder if there's something wrong with you. Why do these simple things, like making friends and forming close relationships, seem so difficult for you, while others seem to do them effortlessly? What if I told you that this solitude might actually be a sign of something deeper, something divine? What if your feelings of isolation aren't a burden, but a badge of honor? A sign that you are set apart for a greater purpose that many might not understand. This isn't just about being shy or introverted. It's about a calling, a whisper from the universe that says you are meant for more. And sometimes that means walking a path that few others can walk with you. Today, we're going to delve deep into why you, the chosen one, might often feel alone. It's not because there's no love around you, but because your journey requires spaces of solitude where profound growth and connection with a higher power can occur. So, if you've ever felt alone, misunderstood, or out of place, I invite you to stay with us. Let's explore together the reasons behind this solitude and how it shapes you into the person you were meant to be. The first powerful reason why chosen ones often find themselves alone is divine protection. This concept might seem strange at first, especially when solitude feels like isolation rather than protection. However, it's important to recognize that sometimes the universe protects us from potentially harmful influences that could deter us from our destined path. Divine protection isn't always about physical safety. It often concerns our spiritual and emotional well-being. For those marked for special purposes, the journey includes preserving purity of heart and clarity of mission. This protection can manifest as a natural distancing from certain friendships and relationships that might not align with our spiritual growth or could lead us into temptation. Think about it. How many times have friendships or relationships led you to compromise your values? Or perhaps you felt the pressure to conform to certain social circles. For chosen ones, these aren't just social missteps. They are distractions from a higher plan. By limiting these interactions, the universe isn't punishing us, it's preparing us. Consider Joseph, whose story is told in the Bible. Joseph was isolated not only by being sold into slavery by his own brothers, but also through his unjust imprisonment in Egypt. Each step of his isolation was a form of divine protection, shielding him from lesser destinies and preparing him for his ultimate role as a leader who would save nations. His separation from family and familiar surroundings, as painful as it was, kept him on a path that led to the fulfillment of his God-given destiny. In today's world, divine protection might look like losing friends when you start to change your life and align it more closely with your values. It could feel lonely to see old friends fade away as you grow closer to a higher power. But remember, when the universe removes a distraction, it's often to replace it with a direction. This protection could also manifest as a gut feeling or discomfort in certain environments or relationships. These feelings aren't random. They are signals guiding you away from potential harm and towards a safer, more spiritually oriented path. If you find yourself losing friends or unable to form certain relationships, consider it might not be a rejection, but protection. The universe's protective hand may be hard to understand in the moment, but trust that it's safeguarding you from less than ideal situations. You are being preserved for your purpose. So when you feel alone, remember that your solitude might actually be your shield. Embrace it as divine protection, knowing that the universe is intimately involved in your journey. ensuring that nothing derails its grand plan for your life. Each moment of solitude is not a step away from others, but a step closer to the divine. In this light, solitude can be seen as a divine privilege, a necessary space where you are under the watchful eye of the universe, being prepared, protected, and propelled towards a destiny that only you can fulfill.